As a survivor of horrific child abuse, sexual, physical, and mental, over a 9-year period, um, multiple perpetrators, both male and female, I want to share something with the community out there, a little bit about child abuse and memory, and sort of how it works for many. First of all, as far as people making false allegations, statistically, 6% of allegations are false. So 94% are people telling the truth. Now, I can vouch and honestly say that as a victim of childhood trauma, there were incidents in which I had blocked out totally and did for 20 odd years. Memories started coming back from certain situations that I found myself in that triggered a memory. As I talked more about what happened to me, and it was on my mind pretty much on a daily basis, different things that happened would come up. So my story, for example, may have started off like he twisted my wrist and sprained it, and a few weeks later I would remember another detail, and then a few weeks later I would remember another detail. And when you're waiting on things to happen and you're doing statements and you're doing therapy and you're reliving things that happen, your memory gets triggered, and your statement can change. So I had to make a statement, and before it sort of went to court, kind of a court thing, my statement changed 6 times. That's not because I was making it up. That's not because I was lying. It's a memory, the suppressed memory. So it's really important that people realize that childhood trauma, any trauma, it can happen to you when you're not a child, can do a lot of damage to the brain and to the memory. And there's so many people that are critical of people that make statements about sexual assault, and I'll be the first to tell you, it's not something that I want people to know. Like, people treat me differently because there's so many myths and stereotyping out there that as a male, I don't really want people to know. I do now. I don't care now, right? Because I'm trying to raise awareness. But what I do care about is the fact that I don't hear a lot of people arguing against child abuse, but as soon as someone maybe is caught falsely accusing, or there's some sort of doubt in their statement, or the person that they're making that statement against has got a massive fan base, and people can't believe it, there's a conversation about it. You've got to remember, even if it's 10% that tell a lie, like, it's 10%, but 90% are telling the truth. And I can assure you that the people taking their own lives, especially men, I guarantee you, like, many of those have been abused and are unable to talk about it because of the stereotyping and the myths that surround it. I know, I guarantee it. And we've just got to stop. We've got to stop blaming victims, and we've got to hold people accountable, and we've got to support those that they've done nothing wrong. Like, there's so many people that sit in silence because of this issue, and it's wrong, and we shouldn't have people feeling that way. So this is for the people out there that can't speak up. But I want to tell you that you should be able to. You should be able to, because this isn't your shame. This isn't your fault. But the community makes you feel like it is, but it's not. Anyway, thanks for listening, and I hope that helps people out there in some way. I really do. Thank you.